everybody, and happy month of April. I'm Julie from Sister Mediums, and I just want to say thanks for tuning in. I'm sorry I'm a few days late with this. I was on vacation with my family, a much needed, well-rested time, an opportunity to just self-reflect, ground, to reset. And I know that some of you watched the video, a lot of you watched it actually, about the sunset in the morning. And I'm happy that you took the time to just breathe. This was my biggest thing getting away, was just taking the time away from our busy lives and just breathing, going with the natural flow of things, being in the elements of different weather and different people and different sceneries. So we will see what the cards have to say this month moving forward for you. I have a combination here of some deeper rooted messages, some lighter hearted rooted messages, and we're just going to go with it. So here's your first one. Storyteller. Okay, I love this. I actually had a conversation with somebody about this, and this is really about your ideas coming to light, your experiences coming to light, opening yourself up and sharing your story. A lot of us are afraid to let people know the things that have happened to us, what's shaped us, what's molded us into who we are. And if you're someone who's got an experience to share, whether it be inspirational, whether it be life-changing, whether it be about a traumatic event, it's time to get that idea out, okay? I'm talking more so about social media than anything, because it's such a great platform for people to hear and listen to what you have to say. And so many people are afraid and say, I don't want to record myself. I don't want to put myself out there. I don't want to hear the negative feedback. And, you know, part of sharing who you are comes with that. Not everybody is going to be in alignment with what you have to say or how it comes out of your mouth, okay? But your story is important to be told. And if it can help even one other person, your experiences, the good, the bad, the ugly, the ones that have been hard, where you may still be going through therapy, family traumas especially, it's telling your story and sharing it so that other people can be aware, so other people can learn, and so other people are prepared should those things or those events take place in their life, okay? I'm feeling really heartbroken here, and this is about something about children, something about childhood, ancestral trauma, whether it be loss of a child or whether it be abuse. Okay, that's how I'm hearing it. It needs to come forward. So if you're watching this and you are one of those people who is carrying this around and unable to share, it might be time to put your thoughts on paper, get yourself out there, advocate for those who don't have a voice. Okay, pretty heavy first card. But again, it's all about the experience. It's all about understanding, letting people know that they're not alone, okay? Especially now, so much anxiety in the world, feeling all alone. Love this card, Birds of a Feather. This is really about reflection of who you give your company to, who you give your time to. You know, I always say you want to be on a platform with people who lift you up, people who help you shine, friends, family members who believe in you, who push you along the way, help spread your wings, not people who don't believe in your gifts, your talents, who tear you down, who belittle you. And this is really about choosing your company. We hear people say a lot, I can't step back from that person, they're a family member. I can't step back from that person, they're a friend. And we'll always have people in our lives who maybe don't support what we do or support our choices, or who we've had ill exchanges with. But it really is our choice with who we give our time and our energy to. So when the phone rings, or when the doorbell rings, or when someone comes knocking and they are that person who maybe is not respectful of your time, your opinion, your company, we do have that power to put that boundary up. It's up to us, okay? This is also about surrounding yourself with people who are on like terms and who are like-minded with what you're doing. And a lot of what we do on a spiritual path, I'm assuming you're watching this because you're into spirituality, but we talk to people a lot about this. When you're on this spiritual path, you'll find that you're going to change along the way. So the people that you gave your time to, the people that you spent your energy with in the beginning or all along in life, as you move along this spiritual path, may not be moving with you. And that's okay. They might not understand the awakening that you're having. They might not understand the sudden need or sudden urge for meditation or to all of a sudden delve into workshops or this spiritual realm. Okay. And that's okay. Every version of yourself requires different people to support you and to help push you along. So take a minute, analyze who you're giving your company to. Okay. Make sure that you are letting yourself be a priority and that the people who are around you are the ones who are going to walk alongside you, not pull you down along the way. Okay. Uh, dare I say it? Okay. Sometimes we'll have little downloads that come to us along the way. You know, I just got to put it out there. I feel like this, I'm hearing sister-in-law, so I don't know right now who's having an issue or a problem with a sister-in-law, but I have to just say, work it out. Say what you need to say. Try not to harbor that heaviness. Speak your truth. You know, at the end of the day, it doesn't do anybody any good to hold on to feelings. I'm also hearing that this might be a collective shared viewpoint. It might not just be that you need to say something to a sister-in-law. It might be you and your husband saying something to a sister-in-law or you and a family member. You might not be ready to say or acknowledge anything at all. It's maybe just spirit saying, hey, I got your back. If you're watching this and you're having that issue with your sister-in-law, you're not alone. I absolutely love the card that that has just been pulled, the Awakening Genius. This is all about opening your third eye, following your intuition. We often say that, you know, you get the intuition, you get the download, something comes to you, it's receptive, and we overanalyze, and we talk ourselves out of following what we need to do. And maybe this goes with the birds of a feather, okay? And the Awakening Genius, the third eye in you, is saying, trust your intuition, okay? When your gut is telling you to do something and you try to talk yourself out of it, usually you'll go back and say, shit, I should have trusted my intuition. I should have trusted the way I was feeling. And that's what this is all about. We get asked a lot, how do you open your third eye? And so I'll always give you this little example here. You don't want to open it too much if you're just starting out, but if you imagine a flower, any type of flower that you want, and that flower opening, that flower flourishing and slowly budding, think of your third eye opening that much. And if your third eye is wide open and you need to close it a little bit, imagine, or in meditation, that flower closing itself again, those petals coming back together again, being a little bit more tight. Okay. One of the ways you can do that, you can imagine that bluish purple light there just illuminating. But trust your intuition. There is something awakening within you. If you feel called to serve, if you feel called to ground yourself, plant yourself, to practice meditation, to practice the intuitive side of you and bring that to the forefront, this card is saying, like, do it. There's something inside of you that's pretty incredible that's waiting to come out. Okay. I'm going to move on here to another deck. We'll see how many I end up pulling from this one. Okay. First one here, expansiveness. I love this card. This card is really about opening up your heart center, opening up not just all your chakras, but who you are, being more aware of what's around you, pushing the envelope, pushing the boundaries, trying new experiences. How many of you are out there wanting a change in life, wanting to try something new, wanting to expand yourself, but are either afraid or stuck in the small little box that you're kind of in and just not knowing which direction to go in. Okay. This card is really about your full potential. Not just on, I want to say, like a personal level, but relationships. This also has to do with business. Expand yourself without letting your ego get in the way either. Okay. Just take the plunge is what I'm hearing. Open yourself up to a new realm. And if you fall, you fall. If it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. Okay. But being in this tight little bubble is not serving you. There is so much more that is within you that needs to be shared. Okay. Let's go here to the middle. Sacrifice. Oof. Okay. I'm hearing relationship, and that someone has been stuck or caught in a relationship. They've sacrificed so much of their own happiness to either make other people happy or to do what you got to do to just get through it. Okay, you've been the sacrifice. Again, it's time to stand up. It's time to make your voice be known. Okay, it's interesting because I'll look at the card and it's all about like illusions, obsessions, addictions, and I can't help but feel the weight of the elephant in this card feeling trampled on. Okay, like you've been the victim, like you've sacrificed, and it's time to walk away. It's time to um, put you first. It's time to say what you need to say, to acknowledge what needs to be done, and for you to really stand up out of your shell. And I feel hurt. My heart feels hurt. My body feels hurt. Okay. I think of like a sacrificial lamb, like you've literally been the one that everybody's kind of stepped on, whether it be in a personal relationship or whether it be in a friendship. And it's time to use your voice. Okay. We're not doing that anymore. You're coming out of your shell. You are having that awakening, mind, body, and spirit. Okay. I'm going to pull one more from this deck. Okay. Loss. Huge. Maybe this is the sacrifice too. Okay. The loss here is someone who's passed some passing that we can't either find comfort or closure in, not understanding it. Maybe this person was the sacrifice and following it was the loss. Sometimes heaviness comes up in cards. I do feel like this loss is a tragic one. Okay. And someone having a really hard time moving forward from this. And, we hate the term moving on because you don't move on from those experiences, but you do move forward from them. We have no choice but to step forward with another day. Okay. And this card is really offering your prayers, grief, acknowledging the pain, acknowledging the emotion within the loss, and really surrounding yourselves with people who can lift you up and build you up and help you cope with the loss of a loved one. And not just a loved one, but also the loss of, could be the loss of an amazing job. It could be the loss of a friendship. Friendship keeps coming up in this reading so far, and it might be that we're sitting here wondering what is going on within a friendship and the loss of it. Maybe you were best friends with someone and it didn't work out, and you're still feeling that loss and that pain of not having that friendship around. So don't think that that's not important either, because it probably is, and it's about grieving it. Okay, take the time to grieve. We all grieve differently. Men, women, children, find your grief and work through it. Acknowledge your feelings. Try not to push them through the wayside. Okay. One way you can do that is writing things down. You don't always have to wait for a full moon to write your intentions, your feelings on paper. It might be journaling. Okay. But it's getting it down. Okay. Embracing the future. I love this card. It kind of fell out of the deck when I was shuffling, but we don't know what the future brings. We don't know what's going to happen, but it's all about embracing the change that's coming our way. Okay. It might be a new opportunity that we're afraid of. Fear gets in the way a lot for people. Fear of the unknown, fear of trying something new. Again, fear of stepping outside of the box. And this is really just about embracing what the future may have for you. Okay. I'm looking at this and I can't help but think of like where I just was, the colors, the water, the mountains. Look at it as a cleansing. Look at it as a bright future. Okay. This card to anybody who is contemplating, I'm hearing business, anybody who's contemplating a business move, whether they should do this or not. This is walking into it with an open heart. Doors for me are always about opportunities, but I'm looking at this particular card of you don't know what the next chapter is going to bring for you. But if you walk in with an open heart, trust that what's meant to be will divinely happen. Okay. Again, could be about job, could be about family, could be about relationships, could be about purchasing new home, moving forward. But it's really about, again, opening your heart center and saying, yeah, what's going to happen in my life is going to happen in my life. And I'm open to it. I'm open to changing and embracing the new. Transformation is huge. I'm hearing transformation. And so maybe this means something brand new for someone. Okay. Next card in this deck, can't help but repeat myself here, but opening your heart to love. Somebody here, okay, I'm just going to go back to that for a minute because now sometimes things get put into perspective when you pull two cards that go hand in hand. Someone's afraid of a new relationship, okay? You might have been hurt in the past. It might have been a divorce, relationship with abuse, something that didn't work out, and you're afraid of this, okay? You want to open your heart to love. You want to um, open your heart to the possibility of loving again, of trusting again, of letting yourself be vulnerable to those feelings and are afraid of what might happen in the future. Again, it's that huge change. Maybe you lived with someone and this is the next step and you're talking about moving in, or you're talking about marriage and you're afraid of where that may go. Okay. If you have been heartbroken or you've been hurt, you'll never know what's out there for you. You'll never know what you're missing out on. It could be the best experience of your life. But I always say this, if you've made it through that portion, you've already done the hard work. You have risen. You have literally rised above what could have been possibly a very negative experience for you. Okay. You'll only know what's out there if you fully trust again. Okay. So try not to put those boundaries up. I'm going to grab one more in this deck and then we'll move on to another one here. Giving birth. Love this. This is not just about childbirth, okay? Although it very well can be, and this is a card of nurturing and a card of course, divine feminine and motherhood. But I look at it as also somebody who has new ideas, somebody who is sitting on and nurturing new things in their life. This is a reassurance card. Everything is going to be okay. Everything that you have that you need for your future is already within you. Okay. It's embedded within you. It's in your DNA. It will come to you naturally because you've already done this over lifetimes. And I feel like this card is really just saying, hey, you've got this. You are protective of your energy. You are protective of your ideas, and you're okay to execute them, to bring them to life, to bring them to fruition. Okay. So if you're the person who is pregnant and expecting, congratulations. If you're the person who is waiting on becoming pregnant and giving birth, trust the path, trust the natural flow that what is meant for you is meant for you. Okay. And if you're the person who's sitting on a new relationship or a new idea, I'm hearing business venture, if it's a new business idea that you have that you need to bring to life, give it your all. Give it your all as if it's your baby. Okay. When you give things 110%, there still may be some disappointment, but you'll always look back and say, I tried my best versus, oh, I should have done that. I should have, could have, would have. Okay. I love that deck. It's very reassuring. If some people ask us, oh, what cards did you use? This one in particular is a popular one. We do carry it in studio. It's called Gateway. I'm looking for the cover. It's not within reach. Okay. But I'll talk about that later. And what do I want to do? Let's go. We're at 18 minutes here. Oh, how do I talk for 18 minutes? Okay, we're going to go to self-care and then we're going to go to spirit messages. Okay, I'm going to just pull one from here. I'm loving this new deck. This one is really about the self-care. It's really saying, what do you need to do to take care of your body, your mind, your soul? Watch a movie. This is all about kicking back. Okay, it doesn't need to be anything heavy. This is about taking the time to sit for an hour and a half, move away from the to-do list, move away from the, I got to get this done. I have so many things I have to prioritize. It's just take a step back, cuddle with your fur pet if you have one, make a cup of coffee, unplug from social media, literally take a step back, watch a movie, sit and have some popcorn. Not everything in life has to be so serious. And I do feel like lately everything's been so serious on a physical level, on emotional levels, especially emotional, on spiritual levels too. Okay. So make that time for yourself. I have an inside joke going with my sister. She's never seen The Notebook. Okay. So anytime Daniela has a little bit of time off, which is not often that we have time off, it's like, are you going to sit and watch The Notebook? And even during her surgery, she kept saying, as soon as I'm better, I'm going to sit and watch The Notebook. Well, lo and behold, she has still not seen The Notebook. So Daniela, this is a message for you to watch a movie. Okay. Putting that out there. Okay, so spirit messages. Where is this deck? Right here. This is another great one. We do carry it in studio. I've had it on my phone for years. I don't know if you guys know this, but if you're not into physical card decks, most of the decks also come in app form. Yeah, you got to pay for them. They're like $5 or $10, but this one's a great one to have, and it's a message from your loved ones in spirit. It's what they have to tell you, okay? What they want to leave you with. And I love this one. Stay connected. Of course, there's a message here. We're all born connected to spirit, often known as the divine source, yet many of us have a tendency to pull away from that connection as we journey through life in the physical world. Now is an important time to reconnect to source. So, two different ways of looking at this. Reconnect to source can literally be the find time to meditate, find time to sit in solace, whether it's in prayer, whether it's just giving yourself those daily affirmations, repeating mantras, finding within your soul that opportunity or that time to sit in gratitude with the divine. The second one is actually your loved ones. Despite what you might think, we have a lot of clients who are afraid to connect, who are afraid to get those spiritual messages from their loved ones. And all this card is saying is it's a reassurance that they're here, that they're missing you as much as you're missing them, that they want to stay connected. It doesn't mean you got to go out there and get a reading and get all this information from them. It literally might just be, hey, go through some old family photos. Who's been doing that? Okay, I'm getting that. Going through old family photos, reminiscing maybe about childhood memories, vacation, staying connected to the memories that you have in your heart that have made you who you are. Okay, the legacy, what someone's left behind. Say a prayer, acknowledge them in your life. And when you get those signs, acknowledge them out loud, saying thank you. It's just their way of showing you that they're connected to you. Okay. I want to thank you all very much for watching this month's card reading, for always being so supportive of what my sister and I do, and being part of our tribe. So I wish you guys a happy April. It's Earth month as well. So find time to ground yourself, to plant yourself, to just be and sit in gratitude for everything that's around us, despite the odds and despite the challenges that we're going through on our own and as a whole. And just embrace change and spring and new life and new birth and what's coming that's going to be great for all of us. Okay. I love you all. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful month, everybody. Bye.